Hi everyone, my name is Olivia. I competed in 2019 in the Transforming Education Through Technology category, and my team's idea was for an application that uses AI to help students better prepare for presentations. As finalists, my teammates and I went through the process of approaching our school for funding, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my tips and best practices for doing the same at your school. My number one tip for securing funding is to start early. Since school budgeting occurs early on in the year, you'll want to give your school plenty of time to account for potentially allocating money to your team later on. However, each school has a different way of dealing with money, so I recommend talking to your mentor or teacher to get specific guidance on how and when to approach the subject at your school. You should also communicate with your mentor or teacher to determine who the decision makers at your school are, and once you've identified them, reach out to them, set up a time, and give them a preliminary overview of your idea, the importance of the competition, what your next steps will be, and the possibility of attending Summit. Remember though, the purpose of this first meeting isn't to ask for funding yet, but to make your school aware of what you're doing and what is expected of your team if you move forward. Now, if you've moved forward to the second round of competition, you'll have an entry fee and prototyping costs. At this stage, you should email your decision maker letting them know the good news and set up a short meeting with them to discuss the next steps. Your entire team should be present at the meeting, and it would be a good idea to discuss in detail what your idea is, what you did in the previous round, what you are doing in the next round of competition, what you've learned so far, what the experience has meant to you, how it will bring recognition to your school, which is really important, and lastly, the registration fee. If your school has indicated a willingness to help you financially, and you also need prototyping funding, you should come prepared with an itemized list of costs, a sub-list of the absolute essential materials you'll need, drawings and mock-ups of whatever you'll be creating, and a detailed construction plan as well. This will show your school you know what you're doing and give them reassurance that the money will be put to good use. Now, fast forward to February, if you receive the amazing news that your team is moving to the final round, you should set up another meeting and send along the itinerary for Summit and a proposal document beforehand. For instance, in our proposal document, we included background information about the challenge, its sponsors, its prizes, what was expected of our team in the final round, as well as a summary of our team's expected costs. However, in the document and the meeting, it's important to assume the right tone and present the projected costs, whilst not making it seem as if you expect the school to pay anything. For example, in our document, instead of saying we need X amount of money, we said something along the lines of, regarding our travel plans, we'll be flying into X airport on X date and flying out on X date. Our tickets will cost somewhere between X amount and X amount per person for the round trip, and our ground travel will be covered in our registration fees. So you can see the difference there. And one great tip I have for the last stage, since it's a big financial ask, to pitch for the important decision makers at your school that you've been meeting with. For us, we invited some of our school's administration and teachers to watch us pitch before we went to Summit, so they felt like they were involved in the process and knew what the school had invested their money in. So in conclusion, approaching your school for funding is one of many avenues you can take to get money to go to Summit, and the most important aspect of this process is just to communicate early, often, and effectively with the people at your school who are in a position to help you, and don't be afraid to have your teacher or mentor support you through the process. And as an ambassador of the Conrad Challenge and an advisor to the ALC, I'd be happy to answer your questions, so feel free to reach out to me, and I hope to see you at Summit soon. Good luck!